Tsutomu Yamaguchi lived through something so unbelievable that many people thought it sounded impossible. He survived both atomic bombs dropped on Japan during World War II. In August 1945, Yamaguchi was a 29-year-old engineer working for a company in Nagasaki. He had traveled to Hiroshima for a business trip and was preparing to head home. On the morning of August 6th, he was walking toward a shipyard when he suddenly saw a blinding flash in the sky. The United States had just dropped the atomic bomb known as Little Boy. The explosion instantly destroyed huge sections of Hiroshima. Temperatures near the blast became hotter than the surface of the sun. Buildings vanished. Fires erupted everywhere. Yamaguchi was thrown violently into the air. He suffered severe burns on his arms and face, his eardrums ruptured, and he spent the night hiding in bomb shelters surrounded by dying civilians and burning ruins. Most people would never recover from something like that. But the next day, despite his injuries, he somehow made his way through the destroyed city, boarded a crowded train, and traveled back home to Nagasaki. 3 days later, on August 9th, he returned to work. While explaining the Hiroshima explosion to his boss, another blinding flash lit up the room. The second atomic bomb, Fat Man, had just detonated over Nagasaki. Once again, Yamaguchi survived. The second explosion injured him even further, but he managed to make it home alive to his wife and infant son, who also survived after taking shelter. For years, Yamaguchi rarely spoke publicly about what happened. Survivors of the atomic bombings, known as hibakusha, often faced discrimination in Japan because people feared radiation sickness. Decades later, the Japanese government officially recognized him as a survivor of both bombings. Out of all the people affected by the attacks, he became the only person formally acknowledged by Japan as surviving both atomic explosions. Yamaguchi lived to be 93 years old. His story remains one of the most astonishing survival stories ever documented, a man who witnessed two nuclear explosions in two different cities just 3 days apart and lived through both.